Welcome back to another episode of Why Western. I'm your host, John Garcia, Assistant Athletic Director of Communications. I'm joined here with Joe Connelly, member of the baseball team. Joe, how are you doing today?
Doing well. Appreciate you having me.
Awesome, awesome. Joe, well, welcome to the Why Western podcast. We're going to be talking this whole time about you and the team. And so, with that being said, you want to share a little bit you want to share a little bit about yourself with us, like where you're from, how long you've been here at Western.
Yeah. So I'm from Omaha, Nebraska, and I'm a redshirt sophomore, meaning this is my third year in college. And yeah, I mean, it's truly blessed to be here. This is my first year here, like I said again, and it's been such a blessing.
Awesome, awesome. And so obviously baseball, um, you play center field. So when did that passion kind of grow with baseball? Like where were you given a bat at a young age? It's like, hey, figure it out. Did you have another sport that you were passionate about, or when did you kind of realize, like when you were younger, that baseball was it?
Yeah. So I'm the youngest of six kids, and all my older brothers and sisters played baseball. I grew up going to my brother Kevin's games. He went So Kevin's about 11 years older than me. And so when I was just a young kid, he was in high school and he was playing in college. And so he played at Creighton, which is in our hometown, it's in Omaha, Nebraska. So I grew up going to those games, like wanting to be like him. And then my older sister played soccer. So there was always a bunch of sports I was playing growing up. I was
For
playing
sure.
baseball, soccer, basketball, kind of like all the sports kids in the Midwest want to
Yeah.
play. And then from a young age, my brother kind of saw, and I was decent when I was younger. Like I don't, there was never really like one moment where like oh I'm I have it. There was
Yeah.
never like that, but I was always above average athlete. Could run pretty fast. Had like decent instincts, but was never like elite. But my brother, when he was older, like he started noticing like there was like a trend of like switch hairs and things like that because I was just batting from the right side. And so he kind of told my dad and told me at a young age, like, hey, like start having Joe swing from the left side. And which was different for me because I went from this kid like being young that was like kind of all right to I started swinging from a side that I had no idea how to swing from. So it got really bad for a while. So it wasn't until like high school where I started to feel like, okay, like I'm starting to grow into my own shoes and I'm starting to get the hang of it and I can excel at the game.
And so, what side did you switch? Like, at what age did you switch, like swinging sides?
Probably around when I was like 8 years old,
Oh man,
I
that
just
took a while
it
to
was a while.
develop.
So I just hopped on the other side and started swinging. And my coach always be like, just swing from the right side, like you're better from that side. But my parents and my brother, like they knew a lot about the game. They're like, if you can do this, it's going to help you so much more like in the future. So when I was like, from like 8 to like 14, 15, I honestly was one of like, I was not the best player on the team whatsoever. Like I was kind of just like growing into my body a little bit. And then once I got to high school and started get more familiar with it, like more familiar with the game, learn more about the game, I started to excel.
Okay. And in high school, you said you started excelling in high school. Was it always center field as well, or did you kind of hop around in high school and kind of grow into that position as well?
No, it's funny. I grew up playing infield.
Okay.
I was quick and I was fast, but I wasn't at that point in my career yet. I was just, I just all I wanted to do was take ground balls. And back when you were younger, like there wasn't many fly balls, so it kind of got boring out in the outfield. And so I always wanted to be the kid that would take grounders like all day and do my thing. But it wasn't until I got to the University of Iowa where we had some outfielders get hurt, and the coach kind of sat me down and was like, "Hey, if you're really passionate about wanting to get on the field this year, start taking reps in the outfield." So I just did it. I went all in on
Just
outfield that
locked in.
year.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I grew up playing shortstop and infield my entire life.
Man. And so you said in high school is when you really started to grow into your shoes. And so at what was it, a sophomore, or junior, when you realized like, oh man, I could cook something up here.
Yeah, I think it was it's funny. My freshman year was COVID, so I really didn't get to,
Okay,
I
okay, okay.
really didn't get to see what I had. And then my sophomore year, my brother was going to be a senior that year. My older brother Jack, he's 23 now. He's the best, but he was going to be a senior on the varsity team. And a big goal of mine was to play with my brother again because we grew up playing together. And I remember like had like good tryouts, like thought it was like a sure deal, like we're gonna be like best buddies like on the team again. And I got put on JV, which was heartbreaking So my sophomore year, like I really like I played well, but I didn't really play against great competition. So it probably wasn't until my junior year where I was finally on varsity and I finally had opportunities where I got to excel and I got
Yeah.
to see like my skills against like other kids in the state. And I was like, wow, like I can do this. Like I can play college baseball. Like this is something I'm totally capable of doing.
For sure. So junior year, start cooking it up. And then when did that kind of recruiting process, when did you start hearing from schools like Iowa?
It's funny. I committed to Iowa before I even played a varsity game.
Oh, really?
It was weird. So after my I told my dad like this is something like I'm super passionate about and this is something I want to like have a future in. He was like, all right. So he kind of went, he helped me out getting a good travel ball organization where I could, be in front of these coaches and things like that. And so going into my junior year, that summer, uh, I played on like a travel baseball team and did really well. And I was like when I was younger, I was very toolsy. Like I could run fast, I could jump high, I had a decent arm, which is that's what like kind of schools want. And so going my junior year, I went to like a PBR event and I did pretty well. And then a couple days later, like Iowa, their coaches, they got on a call with me and then I went on a visit. And that was one place that and when I was in high school, I had this list of schools that I really wanted to go to and I was on those lists. So when they gave me the opportunity to come there, it was no brainer for me.
Yeah,
It was really close to home. Big Ten's a great conference. I thought like if I could go there and excel, like I can make my dreams come true. So that was a no brainer for me.
for sure. So you're in Iowa, ended up transferring to St. Louis. Um, then you're St. Louis for a year. And so how was that experience?
Yeah. So I really enjoyed Iowa. It was just kind of got behind some certain guys. Our infield was dominant. We had like one of the best like defenses in the country, and then we had some outfitters go down. So I had no chance playing the infield at Iowa. And then we had some outfitters go down, and still wasn't able to get on the field unfortunately. But it was a great experience. And so at the end of the year, at the end of my freshman year, they kind of called me in and said. Uh, I love the coaches at Iowa. They were super professional, and I really enjoyed them. But they kind of just told me like what I need to say is what I needed to hear, which was you're going to come back. You're probably not going to play much. You're going to be in the same situation. So if you really want to play, you probably need to go somewhere else, which was fine. And so I went in the portal, and then had some decent schools reach out to me, but it inevitably came down to SLU, which is a great academic school, good baseball. So I decided on them. And then I kind of got into another situation where, kind of got stuck behind the eight ball, didn't get as much playing time as I wanted, and kind of got in the same situation I was before.
Yeah, and so you wanted to pivot a little bit. And so
Mhm.
with that being said, you're in the same situation. When did Western kind of come into that picture for you?
Yeah, so it's interesting. I got in the same situation at SLU, even worse, because like coming from Iowa, you're coming from a big school, you got different options. After I didn't play at SLU, I like it was crickets in the portal. Like it was my phone was not ringing. And so I think I had like 21 at bats like my sophomore year at SLU. There was a bunch of good players. It was just unfortunate for me because they
Yeah,
played
yeah.
my position. And so it wasn't I didn't even have a summer ball team lined up because I needed to play summer ball to get like film and just tell like
Just some
show
exposure out there.
just
Yeah.
to show like schools I could play again. This is the second time entering the portal. And so by the skin of my teeth, I got a contract in the prospect league to play with Alton River Dragons, which without them I would not be here. So shout out to Alton River Dragons for letting me play last year. But I started off the summer really hot. I can't remember like any of my stats or anything like that, but I remember like halfway through the summer I made the All-Star team, which was huge, get me in front of schools. And I remember we were in Pennsylvania and it was before a game and I got a text on my phone. Hey Joe, this is Coach Terry Davis, your name came across my desk and you got all the things we're looking for, let me know if you'd be interested. And me like not having many options, I was like, yes, of course I'm interested. Didn't even know anything about the school. But after I started looking into like what Western offers and like everything that comes with it, great school, great environment, great college town. Coach Davis believed in me, and so it was such a no-brainer. Absolutely.
Heck yeah. And so what was that process like? Did you have a first visit? Did you just, follow blindly to what like what
It's so
what
funny you ask. So I was on my so this all happened in like a week period. So TD hit me up like I'm on the road. Once I get back to Alton, we have like a 3 day break because there's an all-star game. And luckily, I got selected for the all-star game, which was in Springfield. And Springfield's like an hour and a half from here.
yeah.
And so I played summer ball the year before with Jackson Rogers, who Jackson's is a G. He's one of the best guys on the team. I appreciate him for doing this. But he's the one guy I knew. And so I texted him. I was like, hey, like Jackson, uh, Coach Terry Davis, like he wants me to like check things out, but it's in the portal, you have no time. So it was kind of like, hey, like we want you, but we need to know now. And so I texted Jackson, like Jackson, like, can I come up and can you show me around? Like I got like 2 days. And he was like, absolutely, come up. Like I'll show you around. I'll just like show everything you got. And so Jackson took me on like an unofficial visit, and I loved it. Like it's everything I needed. Like good facilities. It was gonna be a great opportunity. Like if you play well, you'll be able to get on the field, which is all I need. All I wanted was an opportunity. And so after he showed me around in the visit, I mean, I committed right away. I mean, it was the perfect spot for me.
For sure. Heck yeah. And so ultimately, after that all-star season, you got your buddy Jackson sets it up. Um, and you said you didn't hear much chatter, I should
Hmm.
say. And so with that being said, you could have probably stayed put and kept developing your game and just kept improving. But ultimately, why Western? Like what stuck out specifically from Western?
Yeah, I think I mean, it was all different parts of my career that I was like seeing. So like at Iowa, like I got like the glamorous like Big Ten school, and then at SLU, like it was a big city, so many things to do. But Western kind of gave me the outlook of a small town of people that really care about each other, people that really care about the school, and that just like want to focus on getting better as people. Like for example, there was like one of my favorite things, and that was what I want to talk about. The main thing I think what separates Western and and other places is the people it has. Like I was at Hometown Cafe in the fall, and I was by myself, and I was wearing like a Western shirt, and some lady comes up to me and starts talking to me, and I went to go pay, and it turns out like my ticket was paid for. Like people here just care about the school and like care about the well-being of like all the athletes and students. So that's probably the one thing that kind of separated it from other schools. And then obviously Coach Davis. Coach Davis is the one coach I've had that's given me a real opportunity. And I think he if you want to go to a place that you like want opportunities and you want to play, this is the place. Because I mean, if you go to a big time school or go to, another like Power Four or even like a big mid major, it's so hard to get behind or just become a number. But here, oh, I think there was a stat he sent into our group chat, like all 14 position players play this week. So we got a whole group of our whole team like plays, like no matter what role you have, if you're the starting shortstop or you're a guy coming off the bench, like getting hits, like if you come to Western, you're gonna get opportunities.
For sure, that's awesome to hear. And so for you, obviously, you had that unofficial visit, and now you've been here since. Um, at one point, did you, whether it's during the unofficial visit or like throughout the season, at what point did you realize like this is the place?
Yeah. I don't think it was I don't think it was one moment because I I really enjoyed what I was seeing, but I didn't know exactly what I was getting myself into. Like I didn't
Oh,
I
yeah, surely,
yeah,
yeah,
like
full send.
it was just like, all right, like I don't have any options, like let's do it. But the second I got here, felt like I had a warm welcome, like arms wide open, just between the coaches, like all the professors, the guys in the team. When I walk in the locker room, I can't think of like one guy I can't like have a super easygoing conversation with, which is super unlikely. Like it's super hard to see that like in any other team in the country. Like there's always going to be that groups and cliques like that. I don't feel that whatsoever at Western. Like anybody can talk to anybody. Anybody's got anyone's back. Like it's a really cool feeling. So I think the moment just kind of when I started seeing that was kind of in the fall, like, wow, this is different. This place is special.
And so for you, who kind of helped? obviously you brought up um, TD and Jacksonville. Like who essentially helped you make that decision? Was it kind of like, you talked back with your family, maybe talk to your brothers, or it was just kind of something just the stars aligned?
Yeah. Both my brother Jack and my brother Kevin have been like humongous in my career. Like being able to go back to them for advice, and both of them played college baseball, like I said before. So they kind of know like how kind of cutthroat it is and how serious of a realm college baseball is. And so when I told them I kind of had this opportunity, but I didn't know much about the school and uh, or anything about Macomb, Illinois, they believed in me and they said like this is where you need to be because if this coaching staff believes in you this much, you're gonna have opportunities and you're gonna be able to prove to people like what you have. And it didn't happen. So it's I they so I'd probably say my brother Jack, my brother Kevin.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And so we've talked a lot, obviously, about the sports side of it, but how about the academia side? Like, how has Western helped set you up for success with that? And I guess what's your major?
Yeah, so I'm a major in finance. So all my like accounting courses, my econ courses, the professor's been great. If you need any help with an assignment or anything like that, or just kind of need like extra tutoring, you'll get that right away. I think like athletes have like full access to like free tutors and things like that, which has been awesome. For I know I had a tough accounting courses this past fall, and not that I was struggling, but like I definitely needed to put
Yeah, yeah.
extra hours in the library, and we've got academic advisors that help so much and like want to see success, and that's really been huge for my academic career as well.
Heck yeah. So Western just for you was the place, the bell rung, and this is it.
Yeah, it's also I mean it's but compared to SLU, it's so much cheaper too. So like you can like there's so many other things you can do without like having to like pinch two nickels together. Like there's a lot of good restaurants that are like super cheap that are good, and we got Aldi's and Hy-Vee that you can get things on sale. I mean, it's a great
You get the
situation.
plug, yeah, for sure. Awesome. Appreciate you sharing that with us. This next segment that we have for you is kind of more rapid fire questions.
Okay.
So this is, about yourself, about the team, but yeah, we just want to learn a little bit more about you.
This is a
So the first question is the team clown. So who's the funniest guy on the
Anthony
team?
Steinhoff by far. Oh my gosh. Even just thinking about him, I laugh. Like this, talk about the king of one-liners. He's Anthony Steinhoff's a left-handed pitcher from Minnesota, and he's about 6'5", 6'6", and he can just make anybody laugh at any given time. Like he'll turn like a super serious situation into something that's just instantly comical. He's the best. Yeah, by far, Anthony Steinhoff.
Okay, next question. Who's got the best drip on the team?
Best drip on the team. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Uh, pro I like Cade Sanoki's drip. He's a pitcher from California. He's kind of just got that Cali vibe.
Okay, all
He's
right.
always wearing a beanie. Yeah, I'll say Cade Sanoki as a sleeper for
Okay.
best drip.
Awesome. Next question is what's your favorite pregame song? So what song is getting you hyped right before the game?
Oh, anything Kanye.
Anything.
Anything Kanye. I'm a huge believer in Ye. But yeah, I mean, all his old stuff. Anything from like college dropout or like late registration. That's and anything on that playlist. There's no skips.
All right, next question for
Not
you.
not 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 any not the best dude right now. Not the best dude right now. But don't support anything he's doing in the media. But I really enjoy his music from the past.
Yeah, his music's still fire. Next question for you. If you had to describe your game or if you had to compare your game to a celebrity, what would you compare it to?
Honestly, I would probably compare it to like a football player.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like I just everything I try to do, I just try to do hard. Like whether it's hitting, going after a ball, like sliding to second base, trying to get a bag. Who does that? Honestly, I'm gonna say Michael Garcia from the Royals. He's a third baseman for the Royals. I really like him a lot.
Okay. Next question for you is what's been the best road trip that you've been so far here at Western?
Best road trip. So San Francisco was fun. That was the first week. And we had an off day on Sunday, so we kind of got to explore. Uh, I really like Louisiana Monroe. My family went down that trip. They come a lot, but they really enjoyed that trip, and we got to see like the Duck Dynasty stuff in
I like that.
Monroe. So probably Monroe or San Francisco.
Okay, cool. Then the last question for you is what's one word you would use to describe Western?
Tough. Tradition of toughness.
Tradition of elaborate, please.
Yeah, I mean, Western is, I mean, you're not going to get all the bells and whistles that big schools have, but what you do have is guys that no matter what the circumstances are going to work, are going to get after it, and are just going to be gritty, you know. And that's kind of what like I would perceive like our team as, you know. I think a lot of the guys on our team, this is was kind of like their last option, or just like JUCO guys that are, you know, didn't get the huge offer that they wanted, but you know they're still playing Division One baseball, so they've got a lot to prove. So I think a lot of guys on our team. I mean, I kind of say some. I joke around with my roommate Dylan, who's a pitcher. I kind of say like this is a team of kind of like misfit toys that you know, we're at one place and didn't really work out, but now they have everything to prove now, which I kind of makes us our superpower.
Heck yeah. So with that being said, I like that you brought the misfit toys and you guys just all band together. This leads us perfect to the next topic. We want to talk a little bit about this team. Um, and how has this season for you with this team been personally?
Yeah, I mean, for for me, I mean, it's been such a blessing because I mean, for the past 2 years, I haven't been able to play. But For our team wise, I mean, we started off a little rough at the start. We kind of had some tough opponents in San Francisco and VMI and ULM, but you can really start to see it like coming together now. Those tough opponents kind of started us to form that bond where okay, we were kind of losing games late that were close and that we were always in, and now you fast forward now and we're winning those games. You know, we're figuring out how to win baseball games when they're close and those like you said earlier, like this series against SIUE, I don't think there's anybody in the conference that thought we'd beat the number one team with where we're at right now. But you know that's all right with us because I think all of us personally have been overlooked at some point or another in our lives, and it doesn't matter that anybody else like overlooks our team. Like we kind of use that to our advantage.
And so what do you guys do to rally together and make sure like, hey, you know, maybe on paper we're not the favorite, but we're going to come in and, do the work.
Yeah, we have really good. Brock Loomis does a really good job at that. Like he gets us going. This past week we started doing this thing before games where every single hitter just like says something like on their mind, just to get us like get the vibes, get the
Yeah.
juices going. And we've got really good team leadership as well, and some returners that you know even though things aren't going great right now, like we're still a bunch of you know bad dudes that can make some noise.
Some bad dudes. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. So obviously, we've talked a lot about some of the pros and some of the good things that's happened, but obviously we want to keep it real as well. So for you, what's been some of the challenges this year that you've had to face or you've had to overcome?
Yeah, so I think kind of figuring out how to play baseball again to put it simple. Like last year when I would get in the game and you know I wouldn't get a hit or wouldn't do my job, like an 0 for 1 would feel like an 0 for 5. Whether now, you know, I've kind of grown into a role of being a starter where, you know, if I have one bad game, I can't let it go into another, you know, or if I have one great game, like, okay, can't be complacent. So kind of just trying to find that consistency of you know not riding the highs and not going super down the lows of a season, you know, because baseball's tough. You know, you're gonna have really good games, you're gonna have really poor games, you know, and just trying to stay level headed as possible. And which I think I kind of struggled with that at the beginning of the season. You know, I'd have a rough outing and uh, not do my job or anything like that, and I would kind of just beat myself up about it. But great thing about baseball is you can come back the next day and it's a brand new slate.
For sure. Um, Obviously, with the season still going on, and so for this next question, what's one thing that you'll remember this season? Obviously, yeah, like I said, you still have a lot of baseball to play, but what's that one thing that at the end of this, when you close the chapter of this year, that you'll be able to look back and remember?
I think just all the laughs of like being around the guys in the locker room. Like we've got such a good group of dudes we got an older group that are experienced and have a lot of wisdom. So kind of just being able to be around guys like Liam Bushy, he's his fifth year and he's a great player, and just kind of hearing like his advice he's given me, and just talked with a bunch of guys on the team of just like how like not letting the moment get the best of you, and just like joking around the bus and being in the locker room, like those moments I think I'll miss the most.
Well, awesome. Appreciate you taking the time to meet with me today, Joe. With that being said, I do have one final question for you. And so for this last question, I'm going to have you look at the camera.
Okay.
But this question will be, what message do you have for the Leatherneck fans that have been following along with Leatherneck baseball all season?
Come out to Alfred D. Boyer Stadium. The Necks are gonna get hot, and we need your guys' support. So please come out to some games. We love you guys.
Heck yeah, awesome. Well, I appreciate you taking the time to meet with me today, and hopefully, the fans could see how you really are. But
Let's
pre-
go.
appreciate you, man.
Thank you so much.